another story from sports and apply it to the world track and field. And I wonder, what would happen if this occurred in our fair sport of track and field? And today's topic, I'm talking about game sevens because we had two game sevens in the National Basketball Association yesterday. And those are typically exciting games. But we got two absolute blowouts. And my friend texted me last night and said, "What's going on with the NBA? What is going on with the NBA? These games are supposed to be closer. They're not the most beautifully played games, typically, but they're usually close." Now, track and field, we have game sevens, right? That's finals, winner take all. That's exactly the same sort of mentality and intensity the track and field fans are used to. Now, do we have blowouts in those finals sometimes? Yes. Do we have close races? Yes. And I would argue the blowouts, while I think they are kind of a problem for the NBA in terms of ratings and getting people tuned in, because I don't know how much you watch of those games, Gordon. Combined, I maybe watched 15 minutes, and I'm a very big NBA fan. Just wasn't into it. Just wasn't into it. They weren't close. But I would contest that not only do track and field fans not mind blowouts, we love blowouts. Some of the greatest moments in track and field come because of blowouts. I'm thinking about Usain Bolt, 2008 Olympics. The celebration, the fact that he was ahead by so much, I think made people enjoy that more. Now, of course, track and field, we have the clock, right? So we have the context of it being a world record so we can enjoy it even more. But then you think of other races. A Thing Mo, she didn't break the world record at the trials or at the Olympics, but she still put on a show. She dazzled. Now, Keely Hodgkinson was close, just like David Rudisha in 2012. Remember David Rudisha? Led wire to wire, broke the world record. Nigel Amos was there, but that race was never in doubt, just like A Thing Mo's race was never in doubt. Um, if you go back to the sprints, Elaine Thompson Hurrah, we thought it was going to be this battle between Thompson Hurrah and Fraser Price in Tokyo. Was it close, Gordon? No, it didn't end up being close. Did anybody really care afterwards? Did anybody say, "Man, I wish this race was closer"? Now, it helps because it's 10 seconds or 2 minutes, right? NBA games, they're longer, several hours. But I can think of another person competing who we don't mind watching blow people out of the water for 2 hours. And that's Iliad Kipchoge, because we all love watching Iliad Kipchoge. Has he had a couple close races in his career? Yes. But in most instances, they have been big margins of victory where we just marvel at the man, even if he's running a slower time. We don't care just because we like to see track and field greatness. So I don't think track and field will ever have a problem with lopsided competition. We have the clock, we have the record book, and we have the ability to just marvel at individual greatness. And in we don't put down the competition either, right? When the Mavericks blow out the Suns, there's a million podcasts about what went wrong with the Suns. When Iliad Kipchoge wins, it's not like, hey, what's wrong with the 30 other elite athletes in the race? Why couldn't they contend with Iliad Kipchoge? No, all the attention goes to Iliad Kipchoge. All the attention goes to Rudisha, to a Thing Mo, Usain Bolt, to Elaine Thompson Hurrah. So I think track's in a good spot here where we love the blowouts.
Counter.
Fair. Hit me with it.
You may love blowouts, but nothing is better than a photo finish.
True.
Like I would take a
True.
photo finish 10 times out of 10 over a blowout.
Mhm.
I would take a photo finish over a world record blowout all the time. Because that's like they're coming down the track. Like a photo finish in a 1500, that's like, come on. You're seeing them with 200 meters to go. You have no idea who's going to get it.
Yeah.
Seeing, Allison Felix and Shawnee Miller-Weibo, and Miller-Weibo dives at the line with that iconic moment. Like, I feel like that trumps any blowout. And so, while yes, our sport doesn't mind blowouts because we can still enjoy the Bolts, Kipchoge's, the Thing Mo's. But at the end of the
Mhm.
day, you want to watch track and field live for that awesome photo finish moment or for
Yeah,
that
and we
come
got
from
two good
behind
ones.
moment.
And we got two in particular good ones last year at the Olympics. It wasn't photo finish, but the 2 400 meter hurdle races, right? Were
Yeah.
fast and historically good. I just think it's interesting though, because I was thinking back, all right, what are the track and field memories I have of watching? And it all was a lot of them were those
Blowouts.
one-sided races. Yeah, the bolt race, because Rudisha again, he pulled everybody to PR, but once the gun went off and he took control, it was just a 2 lap victory procession for him.
I'm going
That's
to
that's
zag one
what it
more time.
was.
I'm going to
Sure.
zag again. We're zagging one more time. Here's the thing, though. Game sevens are not the same thing as finals because game seven means that there was a back and forth 6 times beforehand. Like Boston won
More
3 games,
context.
Milwaukee won three
Yeah, yeah.
games. So they both were losing and beating each other. So you expect it to stay close because if they're gonna go 3 versus 3, you
Yeah.
think that the final game is not gonna be a blowout. So in this situation, it would be like during a regular season, you see the same athletes race each other, and there's constant like, all right, you got me here, then I got you back, and there's like a back and forth, back and forth.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
you expect it to be close, and then one guy pulls away. You're like, well, that's like imagine if the 400-meter hurdles races that we had at the Olympics, imagine if those were
Mhm.
blowouts. We would kind of be a little disappointed. If Carson Warholm blew out Rai Benjamin and if
Mhm.
Sydney blew out Dalila Muhammad, we kind of be like, that's awesome, but like we wouldn't be able to remember it as like an all-time race because you want
Mhm.
that second place finisher to be in it. The same way you
Mhm.
want the Bucks and the Suns to be in it in the fourth quarter, not
Yeah.
turning it off and watching reruns of Friends. So
Yeah.
um,
I guess the
I think
only thing I
that's the
yeah.
change.
Yeah, the only counter to the counter there is just that's why I thought because Fraser Price and Tom Sonora did race each other a couple times last year. Like, there was actually like some history, so I did think that one was going to be a little bit closer.